Now, one thing I always ask a project or pretty much anything that's crypto related is can you give us some information about the team members or the company itself? Because nowadays, obviously, and you know this as well, there are a lot of projects that are being released, but there's no real team behind it. No one really wants to talk about it. So what I usually ask is who's involved in this project? Do you have some people in there that are experienced in the crypto world, or can you give us a bit of background on the team? Obviously, you guys yourself are here. But can you give us information about the company behind it and the team members behind it?
Yeah, sure. This is a really great question. So, suffice to say, this is not our first rodeo. So, the team behind this project is the Reactive Space team, and Reactive Space has been developing blockchain projects now for more than 8 years. We've actually launched over 100 different projects, and we have a very large team of experienced developers, both front end and back end, in developing smart contracts and various different blockchain projects. So there's a really strong development team and an experienced team that have successfully launched lots of different blockchain projects over the past 5 years. So it's a very, very strong and experienced team. Umar and myself are part of that team at Reactive Space. So we have very, very strong development capabilities. And on the marketing side, myself, I have over 30 years experience in marketing for publicly owned companies, 5 years in blockchain, overseeing PR and all the different community channels and marketing channels. So I'd say we're very strong in marketing and sales. I personally run campaigns working with small businesses that have acquired more than 17,000 sites, and that's in the UK alone. So we are very confident in acquiring sites to deploy the technology. And then we have Eddie, our CTO, who has, I'm sure Eddie can give you an introduction, but huge experience in AI and basically improving the efficiency of systems for various blue chip companies. So Eddie, if I pass over to
Yes.
yourself.
So yes, as you said, thank you. So yeah, my background, I started my career as an aerospace weapons engineer for the U.S. Air Force, Pentagon, and DARPA. What I did back then, today we call it artificial intelligence. Back then we called it algorithmic programming. Essentially, the system I built does the intelligent resourcing for all the supplies. You can't send a soldier and a tank into war without toilet paper and water. It's all about logistics and supply to be able to sustain mission types. I did that for 5 years, and I really got said, well, I want to help people. Of course, protecting the world is a great thing to do, but I'd rather get out and help people, and that's what I did. So, in terms of the blockchain space, now I've had plenty. I've led plenty of greenfield projects of devices. Again, Total Rewards. If you ever look it up for Caesars Entertainment, you probably, if you ever been to Vegas, heard of it. That type of solution is very similar to VA bot without the intelligence and without the blockchain. So what we're doing is scaling this to a large community of people that the token, of course, need to be listed on several exchanges. And we do have ideals for on the roadmap for the fintech side of the platform. Now, my experience, I've built several fintech applications. I've built a centralized exchange. I've jumped into the blockchain space in 2014, and I built pretty much everything. I've touched master nodes, setting up nodes. I know how to build a blockchain from scratch. I've done that many times. But it's about the utilization of it. Why would you build your blockchain? Why would you build your ecosystem? It's really to service people. So that's what I've been in the business of since 2014 is building NFT communities, building I want to say specialized smart contracts for yielding and investment. Yeah, I've done a lot of quant work, trading bots, things like that. So what we're going to do in this project, or what we're working on, is to be able to go even further than what everybody knows. The blockchain and AI is a space that is what I call a blue ocean. There's a book out, I recommend everybody to read for your enjoyment pleasure. It's called Blue Ocean Strategy. So this is what we're invoking: is that we're looking at the market, we're jumping into a ocean that is is clear and free, and we want to innovate. And the first things we should do is get rid of the inefficiencies in our society. And that's what we're aiming to do with VA Bot. In terms of tokenomics, in terms of token strategies, we're going to continuously add new mechanisms. We're going to continuously innovate. That is our delivery. That's our promise, is that wherever we can jump in and make a process or industry or vertical more efficient, that is our objective. So starting out, yes, we're going straight into the retail, well, we're restaurant space, but we're going to scale to many other spaces. So that's my ploy, and I'm very excited about AI. Of course, I eat it, sleep it, and breathe it, and I think everybody in the world loves to hear about what the latest advancements are. And I definitely believe that a person, going out into society instead of standing in a line, you can interact with the bot that knows you and knows your preferences, but you also can participate and support the economy and support the application as a whole.